And for more insights, we are joined by Ambassador S.R. Tayal, former senior diplomat. Ambassador Tayal, appreciate you giving us your precious time. First of all, big picture first. What does this visit of Dr. Patrick Armini tell us about India's evolving Indian Ocean diplomacy, particularly with countries like Seychelles?
In the Indian Ocean, Seychelles is very strategically located in the on the western side. It is a archipelago with a huge number of islands and a very large exclusive economic zone. And also for the continued peace and tranquility of Indian Ocean, it is important that all the states which are within the Indian Ocean region or a littoral or coastal, they stand together and stand firm that Indian Ocean remains a tranquil and peaceful area as it has been for many decades now. And India has a vision. India has a vision for this entire region, Mahasagar, that is the mutual and holistic advancement for security and growth across regions. And since its independence in 1976, Seychelles has been a development partner of India. India has always tried to enhance the security capacity of Seychelles as well as its capacity in human development, human resources development, and in economic development. And this year also is the 50th year of the establishment of diplomatic relations between India and Seychelles. And there have been regular visits between India and Seychelles. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji had visited Seychelles in 2015, very early, first year he had visited. So it is a visit which consolidates our relation with Seychelles because there has been a change of government in Seychelles. And President Patrick Armini belongs to the other party. And so there is a bipartisan support in Seychelles for continued good relations with India. And really the secret is, as Prime Minister Modi said in Malaysia, that countries of the global south have confidence in India. They have trust in India because India always believes in partnership, strategic partnership, economic partnership, and that is undertaken, executed through capacity building. We do not try to take control of other countries' natural resources or infrastructure. So there is a level of confidence. And as your correspondent said, and then before that press conference also, $175 million package, because Seychelles, our viewers must recognize it's a huge area, but population is just about 120, 130,000. So it is not very highly populated. But strategic location is very important. And India has been working through our Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program. And it is said that almost 1% of that country's population has already benefited from that program. They have come to India and in various sectors of professional competence, they have acquired more knowledge and more capacity building.
Ambassador, also, 7 MOUs have been signed, and you also talked about special economic package of $175 million to support concrete projects. You want to talk about that, significance of this package?
Seychelles is looking for some collaboration, some assistance in health care. So MOU on health. Then digital side, India has so much to offer. Our entire package of UPI, etc., from payment to Aadhaar card, we can provide almost free entire software as well as experience if Seychelles wants to move in any direction. I think India is far superior and of course absolutely cost free for friendly countries like Seychelles. Then there is talk also of maritime security, and we have been assisting Seychelles in their coastal radar systems for coastal patrolling, Dornier aircraft, etc. And again, the emphasis is to ensure that Seychelles is itself able to fully patrol and secure its very vast exclusive economic zone, because other countries can sometimes come and try to poach in those areas, fishing, etc. Vocational education is also very important, and as the Prime Minister said that many of the projects in this $175 million economic package will be directed towards empowerment of youth, training of youth, which will include vocational training, social housing. Housing is
Right.
very important there, and e-mobility. Some buses will be provided, perhaps from India to
Right.
Seychelles under this program.
Ambassador, also the leadership on both sides, in fact, has spoken about the maritime cooperation. But from Seychelles' point of view, what does India offer that other global players in the region may not?
The emphasis now is on blue economy, that how to exploit the blue economy without and in a sustainable manner, because that is another very important factor. That whether it is fishing, whether it is mineral resources, there are so many mineral resources. Now, critical minerals, many of the critical minerals may be available in the exclusive economic zone of Seychelles. All that is a matter of exploration, but India has a lot of capacity for exploration of minerals. Of course, on fishing and trawlers, etc., we can supply. So it will be directed to meet the specific needs of Seychelles, and if they have any security needs for Coast Guard vessels, for patrol vessels, or more radars, then they can also be provided by India.
And also, Ambassador, looking ahead, what could be the long-term impact of this visit on India-Seychelles cooperation, maybe in the next decade?
A joint vision statement has also been signed, and this roadmap would be there. I would say that there will be three major components. One, economic, for more economic prosperity of people of Seychelles, and more trade and investment from India in Seychelles. Second, maritime security. And third, capacity building of the youth of Seychelles and professionals of Seychelles.
Ambassador, also, India, in fact, has consistently spoken about partnership with the Global South. We want to know from you, how does this visit reinforce that approach in practical terms?
All the countries of the Global South, big and small, are looking towards India for leadership and for some advice, guidance, partnerships, because the old relationships are breaking down. Commerce and trade is under strain, most favored nation, and all the architecture of global cooperation under the United Nations framework is under strain. WTO is not functioning. So, in that entire scenario of very fluid nature of international relations, India is a country which offers and promises stability. It is working to strengthen the international rules-based order institutions. And now India is also chairman of BRICS. And one of the very important objectives of BRICS is to enhance the global economic institutions and enhance the share of the Global South in decision making in the mostly in the economic institutions like IMF or World Bank. And climate change is another very important area where the island nations, Seychelles ultimately is kind of an archipelago, so island nation, where their sometimes even the existence of some of these nations in the Pacific, etc., is threatened if the globally the sea levels rise. So there is a multitude of very important subjects where the world seems to be resiling from the earlier strong stance. And if the world seems to be moving in a direction of might is right, to which India, along with its friends and partners in the global south, as well as in the developed countries, will try to resist that
Yeah.
shift and bring the nations back
Yeah.
to a predictable rules-based order. And in that journey, Seychelles will be a strong partner of India.
Absolutely. And tomorrow is the last day of Dr. Patrick Armini's visit to India. We'll leave it there. Thank you for your insights, Ambassador Tayal.
Thank you.